are now listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table.
Oh my god. All right, I'll do it. Fine. Go ahead, whenever you're ready. All right. Hello, I'm Alex. I'm Sergeant Roy McNeil at the Nasty Table here. I'm going to be explaining to you guys how these stats work and how rolling essentially works in Delta Green. So, basically you take your two D10s that result to be a D100. You roll it, boom. Whatever number you get, that's what you would compare to the skill that you are rolling for. So let's say Roy has a 30 in first aid. He's not too skilled in it. However, if I rolled a 29 or anything under a 30, then I pass. I pass the first aid check. If I roll over the 30, I fail. So that's the basic gist of it. However, for crits, you have to roll two of the same number. For example, 11, 22, 33, all the way up to 99. If you roll, let's say, an 11 or 22, then boom, that's a crit success. Roy did a great job at his first aid check. However, if he rolls a 33 or anything over a 30, 33, 44, that would be a crit fail, and it would be even more embarrassingly bad as a typical fail. I'm Alex, and thank you for this message.
Last session at the Nasty Table.
So the assumption is that the body was dumped before the fork in that river, or it was dumped after the lake.
Down the river?
Would you want to come start searching?
Not you. Yeah, roll read for me, you fucking nerd.
Go back to the trailer park. Let's talk to people.
It's apparent. This is a tough spot to dump a body.
Sergeant said you've been acting funny.
I think anybody's going to be acting funny. Are you guys okay? You don't think that there's other kids out there right now, trapped?
You know the woman living in that trailer over there?
I do.
You got a last name, Charles?
I did. You are out of your element, and I can help bring you into it.
Because like the high, like everyone in the pedo ring is a pedo, but like at the top of the ring you have
But who's boss fight pedo?
Yeah, you have like business owners, right?
Is it
and
technically
like,
a pedo pyramid?
Yeah.
It doesn't all the way go around.
So who are the pedo people at the bottom? Is that just like, oh, we found Joe Schmo off the street that loves
Bobby
fucking
Tillman is
12-year-olds?
not.
You know, and like this guy will do dirty work because we'll pay him in porn or whatever. You know what I mean? Like how does it work?
You know this motherfucker. You know that we've only scratched the surface. That's the fuck.
Yeah.
What, me?
Yeah, you.
Me? What did I do?
No, that's what I was saying. That initially you're kind of thinking like, oh, like he might have been this like fucking Joe
but
Schmo,
I mean, I'm gonna. I can't say I can assume everything, but I think it's almost safe to assume that although low, he's clearly like involved. Like he is storing very like multiple different pieces of material that would implicate him as a fucking predator, right?
And if you have that much, you've been in it for a while.
Yeah.
And nobody at the very bottom has been in it for that long. Yeah.
I think that was a good session.
Well, if you like that session so much, I'd like you to give me a recap of it, please.
Yes, I spent the session reading Lolita, found out a good bit about it. I found out as much as anyone could reading the Wikipedia entry.
So while it's fresh in your mind, we'll say once they get back to the PD, you're going to fill them in, but what's the deal here? What's cause not only what's the guts of the story, but what's the significance, if any exists at all?
So, well, one, we can deduce that Bobby's had this book for a bit of time. It's been in his possession. And this book is written first-person point of view, and a professor is having a relationship, and there's various plot points and whatnot, with a prepubescent girl.
A child.
Yes. And, you know, there's, like I said, various turns in the story and whatever to mask the fact that it's just child porn. But what's interesting about it, and Ray pulls from it is that the main character kind of like really harps on the fact, especially in the end, because the main character ends up being arrested for murder. Just wild story. He has a relationship with the girl, and he loves the girl, and it's not just like
It's personal.
Yeah. There has to be some established contact and relationship for the sexual fantasy to kind of occur, and perhaps for Bobby to hold on to this and keep it so closely, especially in this trap door under his pristine bedroom.
Well, this one was actually in the hope chest that was at the foot of his bed.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that was under the floorboard were the pictures.
So
but
in
still,
this story, is there like consent?
Yes, that's an interesting part. It's like a blurb in there that the girl Lolita's not her actual name, but that's what the author calls the girl. She like supposedly initiates the sexual contact, but it's really and then when she says she initiates it, she's familiar with doing it because she did it with another guy previously, but it can be assumed that like that guy most likely forced it on her because she's like fucking 11.
Jesus. Fucking Christ.
So it's like
okay.
She's 11 at the time of the novel, or before?
So Lolita is
it's like
written
12.
from the
She's
first
12
point of
when the
view.
professor, when the main, the first person point of view guy has relations with her, and then she says, "I did this before at like a different summer camp or some bullshit." So like, she was 11.
Yeah.
Maybe even earlier than that. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
Okay.
like, it's trying to make up this like, oh, she said it was okay, but clearly it's not fucking okay.
Yeah.
Someone
It's a
needs-
kid.
Someone needs
It's
to
a-
shake
it's
her
a
and say,
child.
no,
Yeah.
no. Like,
Jesus.
you should be traumatized.
So okay, so I didn't
no,
know
it's
that
just
it was
fucking
from the,
people in the 50s don't know how to process trauma and just want to put it on a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it's a little deeper than just fucking. I like to
It's not
photograph kids and jerk off and mutilate them.
It's not erotica, but it's almost like veiled erotica,
Yes.
to the point that you can make the argument that this is a legitimate story with a theme and a plot point and shit like that, and this also goes from a historic point of view. The people who, critics of this book will say that this is just like self-insert character from the author playing through general child-related erotica.
Yeah.
A sickening
fantasy.
story,
It's
a fantasy, but
Yeah.
at the time that this book was published,
And it's
some
well-
would argue that it is well written.
It's
and
very well written, yeah. It said in the Wikipedia that like a lot of the reason why it got so famous combined with the sexuality of it is like the word play of things. Like they coined the different terms that we use to like nympho and nymphet like was literally invented in this book.
yeah.
So like, just iconic sexual phrases and innuendos and whatnot.
Kind of weird to use that word with a 12-year-old, though.
And yet it was the first usage of it.
Oh.
Yeah. Delta Green, guys. Doesn't get any better than this.
This is fucking weird because when I asked Charles, I was like, anything with this specific trailer? It was just a shot in the dark. I mean, the hunch and Roy was there, prominent.
I was
like,
gonna ask that too.
The
but-
way that it happened was we were there. I checked one side. I saw the three wise men by the fire. Caleb was by the river, and then we met by the house. And he was like, "Dude, it came right from this fucking trailer. I swear." And I'm like, "Why?" Can't explain why. So
Yeah.
and so then anyway, I'm peeking in here. He already peeked in. I can hear a woman talk. So I know there's a woman in there. So I'm just like, okay, but why this house? I can't get a reason. So then when we asked Charles is like, actually, yeah, I haven't seen there used to be a boy in there. It's been a while since I've seen him, though.
Yeah.
So,
Big.
and when we went and looked again, there was no sign from Roy, who perceives himself as a sane human, that there was no funny shit going on, really.
No, but Caleb thought it was weird. It was something's going on.
Yo, fucking holster the gaslighting for 5 seconds.
But there were
How?
three. But there were 3 dudes in there.
No, those are the bonfire guys, the homeless dudes.
Oh, okay.
3 wise men.
Yeah.
He heard a woman's voice. He didn't hear anybody else's voice, correct? It was just the woman?
You couldn't make it out. You couldn't even make out what she was saying.
No, I agree, but the only discernible thing I heard a woman.
Why were you listening to this trailer in the first place?
Because it caught my eye. It did right by the river.
All these trailers are backed up against the river.
Yeah, but it was that one. It was right there. I looked, I saw the rocks, and then I saw it.
Are you in character right now?
It was right there.
He is in character right now.
Are you? I'm
He is.
so fucking confused.
No, he is. Masterful.
Don't know.
So what?
No. Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe.
Yo, I'm so confused. Go on. Is this Mike Finn talking?
No, yes, it's Mike Finn talking.
Yeah.
No,
I know exactly.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Fuck you, Joe.
So
That was your private moment. I get, yeah, fucking
Hand
come
me
on.
fucking notes, and then I'm the gaslighter.
Oh, I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
Yo.
Lock me up. Put me in the insane asylum, Joe.
Wait, does the audience or whoever's listening know what that note said?
No.
Oh, shit. I kind of assumed. No, I really seem like a crazy person.
You are.
Fucking idiot.
So, you guys wrap up at the trailer park. Making your way back to the police department is implied, but as you guys get in the car, is there anything else that you guys want to take care of here before you leave?
No, we really searched this place dry, in my opinion.
I mean, we have a lead, but we can't just go kicking down our door off of something that a homeless guy told us.
That's right. Especially the time of night. It's probably like midnight by now,
I
right?
think we go get our bearings, talk to Ray, figure this out in the morning.
Yeah. As we're driving back, I want to say to Jerry and Caleb, like, let's make this a point not to tell the lieutenant.
That we came here?
I just
That we
don't.
bribed a couple of homeless people?
Definitely that, but also he should not know that we got as far as we did.
Just gonna need to find out one day. This is our job.
He's gonna shut us down again. He's been shutting us
Fuck
down.
him.
So you just want to tell him and just keep. You could get fired if you keep doing this.
We're getting to the bottom of this.
It does make it easier if we don't say anything, because why be defiant if he doesn't even know? No use.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
But be prepared. He's gonna find out one day how we got to the bottom of it.
Hopefully we have something.
He's gonna need links that link to other things, and we're not gonna be able to hold it back.
Got to make sure we have those links by the time that happens. All right.
Onward towards the police station. Through the streets, up the road, to grandmother's house we go. Making your way to the police department, you make your way in. Ray, are you reading in the violent crimes unit or in the break room again?
I read when I go to write my report. I'm at my desk.
What? All right.
Yeah.
You guys.
But I'm sorry. My intentions for writing the report is I want to have this done, and I want to include this. And I will tell them I want to include this report with the day shifts, day 2 studies, kind of to say tip them off as to maybe. I know there's no names or anything, but just this is something.
Set the backdrop.
Yeah.
Give them additional context.
Yeah. This
that
is
be
the
pertinent.
preliminary profiling of this guy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's smart. Give yourself a program point for that. Damn, that's fucking really smart. You guys make your way down into the violent crimes unit, and you see Ray writing a report. The three of you also see Lieutenant Longo, who's at his desk. Looks like he's doing some sort of ambiguous paperwork. What do you guys do?
I walk up to Ray.
You walk up to Ray.
Yeah, I imagine, like, is your back towards us?
Can we get a time? How long? Like, what was the?
11:45.
It's not that long at
No,
all.
I would actually put it at 12 right now.
Okay, so they were going for what, like 2 hours?
You guys left Cacao at 11.
Oh shit. Okay, an hour.
I imagine I, like, walk in and, like, we're kind of, like, looking at each other. Like, we look towards Lieutenant. And I kind of come up behind Ray. I kind of come down low and I, like, just whisper to him. We got some leads. And then I, like, sit down, light a cigarette, just kind of, like, acting like everything's normal. Start doing a little bit of paperwork.
I see. Gentlemen,
Give you a look.
it's good to see you. While y'all were in the field doing your hard work, getting your boots dirty, I slapped down a file on the desk. got into this here novel. It was a bit more raunchy than I'm used to reading, but
You finished it?
yeah, I got through it. I skimmed through it. It's I mean, you can read it. It's nothing anyone should be reading, but it aligns well with our suspect.
Is this
if you
like you
will.
wrote down like?
Yeah,
in
I wrote
general?
down exactly what we were talking about prior, like a summary, and
Yeah.
maybe
Can Jerry just read this?
Yes.
Kind of.
Say Jerry read it.
What I was just saying about potentially sexual, like profiling him as to what type of predator he would look like.
Straight spark notes.
Yeah,
Except for English class, it's for.
No, I mean it's
Detective
really
Crimes Unit.
fucking smart to use this piece of evidence as preliminary criminal profiling. I mean it's good fucking work.
So when you guys are done reviewing that, we're gonna hand that over to the day shift. They can include that with their second day investigation of the photos that Jerry retrieved.
Just to refresh my memory, where was the timeline on that jawbone and the teeth? How long did we say to came back with anything?
You guys didn't send it off. It's still sitting on the table.
Oh, okay.
We talked about it and said that if you were to hand it off for dental analysis, it would take weeks. But then I also said, I mean, you guys can just like look it over, make a roll on it or something like that.
So did y'all find anything out? And I look at Jerry, kind of like, you told me something.
Can Lieutenant hear this or anything? Or
You guys are kind of far away.
we talked to a couple of homeless people in the trailer park. Bribed them a little bit. Trailer that Roy heard some suspicious activity coming from. Our guy told us that there's usually a kid about 12, 13 lived there. He hasn't seen him in like weeks. Something to know.
Anything else?
They were saying there's a guy comes by there frequently. A red car, nice car for the area. Late 30s, medium build, brown hair.
You shitting me right now?
We're not shitting you, no.
You don't think this is?
Right, he said that the guy had brown hair. Bobby's bald.
I was
I don't know.
thinking straight from the car.
Might have just been another red car. Go ahead, DM.
Bobby's not bald.
I thought Bobby was bald.
No.
Bobby had brown hair?
You guys looked over his body.
Bobby's 33 years old.
I thought Bobby was bald.
Is this a two-door truck?
It's a Plymouth. Sorry, I have it written down.
Why did I think he was driving a truck?
Can you beat
No,
me
no,
to
no,
it?
yeah.
It's a Plymouth Barracuda.
that.
Yep.
I thought he was bald.
Very well
I think he was
kept
bald.
red Plymouth Barracuda.
And he said it was a while since. Like, it wasn't recent when this car came.
All right, I want to get that. Is there like a? Can I?
Do we
Is
have
there
his
just like
car?
someone walking by?
Well, you guys are down in your section.
Do we have a picture of the car or the car?
Don't we
The
have
car is in the parking lot.
Yeah. That's.
Okay.
All right, I want to like. I just start walking away. Now, I'm like you knuckleheads didn't fucking.
I
figure
thought
this
you.
out.
I thought you were starting a pickup truck this
yeah.
whole
I'm gonna
time.
call Ray back. Ray, come.
I say, now you come with me. And I start walking up the stairs. I start walking up the stairs, and the first person I find that's like a cop. No,
Aaron
like
Lang.
It's Aaron Lang. I say,
Oh my god.
Lang, come here. I got something for you.
And he looks tired because you guys put him on that search to sub in for Gaines, and he's got mud on his boots. Yes, yeah, Detective Boyd. How can I help you?
Clean yourself up. Go in the evidence locker. Go get the keys out there to that Plymouth Barracuda. I want you to move it around back, out of eyesight from the public. Put a tarp cover over it, something like that.
Sir, yes, sir.
What's wrong with you?
I haven't slept in
I'm sorry.
a long time. In case it wasn't clear, I'm on the day shift, sir, and it's currently midnight.
That was so good.
I know you want to do good for the force. So you just do.
I'll
this.
get you those keys, sir. And he starts walking off.
All right. What are you clamoring about?
What do you want to do with the car?
We've ID'd that if this is the car that we're talking about, it's been driving around. At least someone knows that car. Who drives it? If they don't see it at the apartment, we want to keep it out of eyesight. Maybe keep people from knowing what's going
You
on.
want to drive it by Charles tomorrow? See if that's the one.
We're not gonna make any decisions yet on what we're gonna do with that car.
We have a camera.
Yeah, Polaroid.
Can I take a picture of it?
Yeah, if you give Aaron some time to get the car out of the front lot and put it in the back lot, that's kind of obfuscated from view.
Yeah.
He brings out a big blue tarp to kind of lay over it. And...
Can we just get like a Polaroid picture of it?
Yep.
Can I also ask that he take one of the tire treads?
Do you?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I really thought.
I think that's
take
smart.
Truck.
We keep that safe. We get pictures of what it looks like, and boom.
I think you're on the right path. If this Wednesday swap comes and there's nobody there to swap with, whoever's meeting him might have questions. Might go looking for him. Might go back to his place. Is there any sign at his place that police were there?
We cleaned her up pretty damn good. Left it as was.
You guys run into anybody during the investigation?
No one. Not even a neighbor popped out. Seemed pretty quiet. Nothing suspect about the apartment in a fair neighborhood. Not too nice, not too poor. Seems like we might have to put some thought and attention into the woman that lives in the trailer, I presume. We don't have an ID on her, do we? Or do?
Nancy.
We also know that she does not have a job.
It's Nancy Gossman. Her boy's name is Ricky.
You said, what was her name?
Nancy Gossman.
Okay.
Said he's about 12.
About 12.
I'm imagining you guys are having this conversation out in the back lot, probably like smoking a cigarette or something.
Well,
12's about the age that Davy Jones gave our body. In that range.
Mm.
Is the next step here to get a warrant? Think she's just gonna talk openly? Give us all the information we want?
I'm gonna go back in, try and get someone to help me out pulling the utilities records, bill payments on this trailer for the past couple years. We know Bobby ran dry, back in '68, I think it was, his bills went back to, so we gotta trace him back a little bit farther than back, so yeah, we might find something with his name on it.
Both of you guys roll law. Caleb, Hoyt, please.
80 on a 30.
Holy shit, I rolled an 80 on a 30.
Oh my god.
Could I
Now kiss.
Yeah.
That's insane. 2 times.
could I help them?
Yeah, didn't we just roll
As,
69s on something
like
else?
Roy is like a he knows his law, and he heard their intentions, right? Is there
All right,
anything-
go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll allow it.
If he fails, can I help?
No,
Oh, come on.
you can go take a fucking hike.
80. No, I'm playing. 47 on a 50.
Whoa.
They're talking about this stuff. You, as the sergeant, you're listening, nodding, but you know in the back of your head, a warrant for the trailer, not gonna fucking happen. The case is too thin for that. Warrant for the bank records too, or the utility records for that trailer, not gonna happen. However, payments made by Bobby Tillman because he is deceased, that's probably about 50-50. Utility payments for the trailer, need a warrant for, not gonna happen. Entering the trailer at all, no shot.
I definitely want to convey that to them. We can check Bobby Tillman's payments any day we want. Nancy's going to be hard to do. One thing I think we can check, now we got a name. When we went checking the school records, we didn't have a name. We just asked for any missing kids. We got a name now. And mother's maiden name. Hopefully they're sharing the same last name. And we know that we got a 6-year-old girl involved too, who Charles didn't give us the name of.
That's the point that's making me nervous.
What's that?
We gotta have a plan. We gotta have something to make sure she's safe.
I say we meet back up with that principal, Dr. Weiss.
Give him a call in the morning.
All right.
What do you want me to ask him?
Now that we got a name, see if we can tie it to any one of the schools in the district. I figure he's the best point of contact.
before we go back in, because we're all still sitting outside, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Clearly, the lieutenant has been on our backs. Can we discuss what kind of information leads we're going to be working on that will specifically make our lieutenant happy, or maybe at least what we can tell him that we're working on?
We could always just tell him that Charles told us. We just don't involve the money.
As police officers in this era and in this town,
This type of shit happen all the time.
bribe people for
Fucking
information. All that's like part of being a cop.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
It's not. The lieutenant probably wouldn't look badly on that
We talked to
specific thing.
Charles.
Yeah, we just fucking found a mound of cash that was Bobby's. That's like, it's our money now.
That's a little different. That's a little different. Using your, I mean, criminal informants. I mean, fucking anybody here ever see The Wire?
Yeah.
No.
They give criminal informants fucking crack to give them
nuts.
answers on shit. But
We do have a former pedophile that we're talking to. This is just a homeless guy that probably did a
what
lot
I
of drugs.
what I will say is,
You don't know his story.
He said it was bad. He told me it was bad.
It
I
could
don't
have been
know.
the aliens, too.
I mean,
said he
if
doesn't-
you are worried about the lieutenant, the one thing that he might ask is why that trailer in particular.
Mhm.
So if the idea is to withhold from the lieutenant or deceive the lieutenant, those
Well,
are
Roy
those are
heard
two different
something.
things.
It was just a
Yeah.
question led one thing to another.
Roy has no intention of, like, keeping shit behind the lieutenant's back
Mm-hmm.
until things become kind of attached to us, like kind of how they're developing. But, yeah, I mean, I guess right now we have reason to. We could go to him and we could give him news, right? And if Lieutenant Longo's not the kind of guy that gives a shit about, yeah, we threw the homeless guy a couple bucks, $80, and what do you guys think?
I don't think we have to worry about it too much.
Do you think that he's gonna tell us again that this is nothing, something we shouldn't spend our time on?
Hey, once we show him that we have something, he's not going to ask the questions.
Oh, we might be able to ID this woman a little bit farther now that I'm thinking about it.
Definitely.
We got that picture from his wallet available.
Should.
All right. Well, let's send out our best photographer out in maybe a little disguise. Hell, I could do it. I'm not too bad at cloaking myself, but we should try and ID this woman a little harder. Maybe we can see if we can match her up with Bobby's little love interest from a while ago. I know it's really
we can
connecting
stake out-
dots,
we
but
can
hell,
stake
if
out
we
of that
came
house.
if we came to the lieutenant with that, he'd let us loose.
I also want to go up to Charles. I want to bring a picture of that car and ask him if that looks familiar at some point tomorrow. Give him 20 for it.
I think we got a
10
lot of
for
good
it.
leads. I might also tell the lieutenant that maybe to buy some time, I might go crack down on the potential for underage drinking at this bar. Might buy us some time,
Okay.
cover us, do some things we want to do ourselves.
That's fair.
Making your way back inside?
Yeah.
You guys make your way back inside down to the violent crimes unit. Lieutenant Longo is looking at the board that you had set up with the pins in it. He's got his hands behind his back, just kind of looking up at it. Looks over at you guys as you walk in. Gives you guys kind of like a sideways smile as you walk down. How goes it, gentlemen?
Hey, Lieutenant. I just walk over and sit down at my desk.
Kind of looks at everyone as they walk in.
I don't know if you saw I was done before they came in, but I got this report done on this book. If you care to glance, it's nothing special.
Sticks his hand out.
Some more child porn.
Great.
Jesus.
Fantastic.
That's what I say to him.
Some
Beautiful.
more child porn.
Goes through it.
It shouldn't be funny, but in the accent.
It was the accent.
Last session, he said, he said child pornography in the accent. He's like,
Child
child pornography.
Child pornography. Finishes reading through it real quickly. Find anything when you guys went out?
We got a little something.
Okay.
And I eye these guys. I'm about to spill the beans. That's what I'm trying to eye to you guys.
I'm not stopping you.
We met somebody. His name's Charles. He's a folk up at the trailer park. We were going to see if we could find anything possibly related to a dump spot. Start
This
talking.
was the trailer park that the principal tipped you off to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it was. That was
Told us some good information.
Like what?
Well, Roy, you had a situation prior to this, right?
Well, I think by a string of luck, well, we definitely, between the 5 of us here, Lieutenant, we definitely have evidence of where Bobby Tillman was prior to his death.
Kind of
I
perks
wouldn't
up.
say definitely yet.
Elaborate.
Not 100%.
Elaborate.
Well, Charles here, this guy we tipped off. Right? He's cool with it, right?
I didn't tell him that we bribed him.
Oh yeah, but Lieutenant Longo's
He's
cool with
still paying attention, listening to you.
okay. Yeah, we kind of like gave him.
Boys, get the cups. Put him in the slammer.
Let's go.
Yeah, he basically, without us mentioning any relevant information at all, we got the not make and model, we got the color, and type of car that Bobby Tillman owned, prior to his death, the one that's sitting out front. We're moving that out back as we speak. We got a good general description of the guy that was coming and going, visiting a little boy. Charles here says that he hasn't seen in a while, quite some time.
So, Detective O'Connor, you got a call. No, you placed a call to a principal looking into records of absences. He told you about a trailer park. You went to the trailer park, and just by happenstance, somebody there saw a red car. You don't find that a little alarming? Are you looking into this principal at all? That seems a little...
I think that the principal was, his main concern was not about our investigation, but that there was children that happened to not be going to school, unverified children not on our records. And that sparked something in me. He was there to get an education for these children. Why would you think he would have any strange involvement?
He talks to you, tells you, hey, can you check out this trailer park because kids aren't going to school? You go there, and all of a sudden you get confirmation that a car that was like Bobby Tillman's was there?
It would be quite the coincidence.
Hence my point. It is along the river, I'll give you that, that makes sense. But be careful if you're going to talk to this principal again. That doesn't seem... Coincidences don't happen in real life.
So, if you're making this coincidence, then you're saying that this principal trying to help, but couldn't?
I don't know. I'm just saying, be careful.
My point is that he's doing right by us. Maybe not telling us exactly how it is, but giving us good information.
He might have knowledge on this. But if he is giving you information that's leading you to where you want to go, then I don't know. And he kind of looks up at all 4 of you. Do you feel like this case has legs?
Yeah.
After what we just learned, definitely.
We still got the picture from Bobby's wallet of this woman, his lover. Supposedly now, this woman had a confirmed by Charles, a 12-year-old son. Presumably, if they were in a relationship, well, we could assume that this might all be one big happy family, and all we would need is a photograph to confirm that, well, she's our woman. If we can confirm that...
This woman from the trailer park?
Yes, sir. If we can confirm that, and all that would take would be 1 or 2 field operatives to go out, snap a photo of a decent quality, and come on back here. That's all it would take if we could confirm it. See if we can jump on this real hot, but if not...
To confirm it, and then what?
Confirm that it's her, an ID that this is her.
And then what?
Well, we know that Bobby went to this house. We can confirm that he has relations to this house, so then we would justifiably be able to open up a search warrant on the trailer, open up investigations into past bill payments on the trailer. We don't have bill payments beyond 68 from Bobby Tillman. We don't really know where he was going. He's got all these photos that we already know from day one of the investigation that are from much farther back than 68.
I would take the time to confirm that it was exactly Bobby's car that made it to that trailer park. Because there's a lot of red cars in this city.
We are on that.
We are on that. Can I roll like
A lot to have.
how I feel about? I understand it's a lot of red cars in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a gut thing or if it's a intelligence of what I've seen driving around. They said a brand new, well kept, 2-door red car. So like, yeah, you've seen more than one. But like if I hear that and I'm thinking about it, am I like, I haven't seen more than 5? I haven't seen more than 20. I've seen 2. I've seen 1. Like,
It's a Tesla.
what? Right? Like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll drive, search, or luck.
I'm going to go with drive. 40 on a 50.
So you don't know whether it is your subconscious desire to pull connections that might not be there, or if it is the genuine truth. But you haven't seen many 2-door red pristine cars on the streets of Linwood Falls. You would probably say you've seen maybe 1, 2. But you're not able to separate out whether or not that is your predisposition related to the case or not.
Okay.
Caleb, is there any reason why this corkboard's on the wall here?
I was starting to mark off on the map locations. Like we said, we were also investigating for a dump spot and explaining that we found 2 separate pieces of a body at 2 ends of a fork. We wouldn't assume, after investigation, we wouldn't assume that the body went through the lake, so we were narrowing down where this body could have been dumped.
Alright. Okay. Do me a favor. Mark off Bobby Tillman's residence. Mark the trailer park. Mark a couple other key locations. Cavalry Club. Get this thing moving. And he kind of like points his like pen towards it. It'd be good to visualize a lot of this stuff.
I'm liking this guy now.
As for the rest of you, what's the plan for the rest of the night?
Start with some paperwork.
Could I look into the name? That's the one thing I wanted to do.
What do you want to do?
Look into school records for either of these children.
Okay. You begin going through those records.
I already finished up the paperwork for getting a testimony from the 3 high school witnesses, but from the looks of it, maybe we can put this finished paperwork aside and hold it off until we're ready to go get their testimonies.
And you would probably guess that it would be better to do it earlier in your shift, on the next shift, just because knocking
kids.
on doors at 1 o'clock in the morning, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to run that book summary I wrote down to which unit on the day shift would be doing it? Would be doing the...
Investigative.
Okay, so I'm going to run it down to the investigation unit.
Yep.
Leave that for them. I think maybe together, I'm going to get together... I don't know about Lang. He seems a little tired, but one of the other newbies to maybe go snoop around the bar tomorrow, maybe the next day. Give it a couple days to swim, because we know Newton is clearly engaged in, well, maybe slightly, but still nefarious activity.
Still got a load of paperwork to do. Just general paperwork that needs
Fucking up
doing.
some paperwork, baby.
Roy?
Paperwork.
Paperwork.
Definitely.
Caleb, anything else that you're doing?
No, I don't know where the Cavalry Club is, so I can't mark off the map.
Time passes. An hour goes by. 1 o'clock in the morning. Anybody stop to do anything else?
I got nothing on these kids.
Oh, yeah, you finish up your search. No record of Ricky Gossman or anyone with the last name Gossman in the school systems.
Mm-hmm.
And for sanity's sake, that's like
Roll sanity. Sorry, go ahead.
That's like, it could be Richard or whatever.
Yes,
fucking Dick.
Richard, Dick,
Yeah.
Ditchard,
Okay. All of
Dickard.
it. Everything.
Ricalius. Nothing of the sort. What loose ends do you guys have, if any, exist?
We still have to show Curtis censored files, but that's tomorrow.
We could take that jawbone to Davy Jones.
We might as well.
Mhm.
The
What else
jaw
are we gonna
has
do
to
with
be,
it?
yeah.
Did anybody look at it? Can I?
Yeah, you want to
Or-
take a look at it?
Do I know?
teeth in it.
Do I
There's
know if
teeth in
any
it.
of the four of us have good? If anybody else is good at medicine?
I'm shit at medicine.
Same.
I'll move right at it.
I'm not good at medicine.
All right. I'll give
Let me
it
take a look at it.
everybody,
Can I
yeah.
take a look at it?
Yeah, go ahead. You kind of put your hands through it, and do you take it out of the bag?
Yep.
It smells.
Ooh, good. Like decaying teeth?
Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like that old people
Good.
teeth
yeah,
smell?
I know what you're talking
Mhm.
about.
Roll medicine.
It stinks. 56 on a 22.
22 is good? You have good
I said
medicine?
moo right.
Mine's
I said-
0.
I did not say good. I said moo right.
I'm also at 0.
Now I failed. Now I can get it up.
You're kind of looking through it.
That's
Wait a
what
minute.
I mean,
really-
I can tell you what you see just looking at it. There's no, like, artificial fillings. You see the teeth are kind of rotting a little bit.
teeth.
Little teeth.
Ooh.
The teeth look like they're rotting a little bit. It doesn't look like they've been chipped or cracked. There's no teeth missing on this bottom row.
Okay. Bag it back up. Call Davy.
Call him up.
Davy.
Hello?
Davy, I know I just had you look at a bone, but we got another one. Can you check this one out? It's got teeth, man.
Yeah, if you want to swing by and drop it off, I'll
I'll be right there. Hang up.
click. Receiver clicks as you head out.
Yep.
Okay, making your way there.
I'll be back, boys.
Quickly enough, you make your way there. Davey looks it over.
I forgot the jawbone. I gotta go back.
He gives you an analysis that's similar to yours. However, he can give you a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
The teeth have no fillings.
Yeah.
There are several cavities in the teeth, and the teeth in general look unhealthy. Not even counting the fact that they're, not considering the idea that they're decayed or that this came from a corpse or anything like that. Like I said, there's still skin that's attached to it in pieces and parts, but for the most part, whoever owned these teeth did not take good care out of them. There's also no unnatural damage to the teeth. It looks like no teeth were plucked, no teeth were punched. He wasn't anything like that, Even the jawbone itself doesn't have any fractures or anything like that.
Small. How old? Estimate.
I would put it around 10 to 15.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I mean, yeah.
It's exactly what I was looking for.
Let's go!
Thanks, Davey.
Deuces.
Peace. Come out.
As he's making his way back, Lieutenant Longo steps up to the three of you who are at your desks doing stuff. Kind of clears his throat. And he's like, silence kind of hangs as he looks out and he smiles. I think I got something for you boys. We had a report of an abandoned car. And he looks out at the three of you. Gentlemen, ask me what his name was.
What was his name?
Ronald Jordan Quinnen.
Mm-hmm.
Neighbor called, said that the car's been parked in the driveway with the door open for about 2 days. I think it might be something worth looking into, particularly with this RJ fella. I want you guys to head out there, take a look around.
You, whoever you receive this tip from, write up a little report, get it to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
We sent an officer out there to look around. This was before we got the name of it. This is just, neighbor said car's been parked in the driveway, door open for a while. We sent the guy out there. He took a preliminary statement. We ran the address and the plates, and that's his name. It might be a shot in the dark, but it's a shot nonetheless. Head out there now.
You got it.
Will do.
And he also gives you the address. 4440 57th Street Northwest. It's near Elton Hill Park.
Do we still have that paper that had the note from RJ?
Yes.
Okay, so do we make our way? Like he tells us to go, so we leave.
Yeah, if you guys make your way out, you see Jerry pulling up.
Before we go out, I want to. I guess I'd be familiar working here. Where would we have like the cameras, or who would deal with field photography?
Well, that would just be, general inventory.
Okay, yeah. So I want to go in and grab a good camera.
Check out a nice camera. Yeah. Like I said, you guys walk out. Jerry, you pull up. You see the three of them making their ways out of the department.
I'm like walking by you guys, like Jaw's like 10 to 15 years old. Where are you guys going?
Think we got our RJ. If we're lucky, we've got our RJ. RJ, the
Hold
one.
on, let me go. I run in. I put the Jaw away. I come back out. Locked and loaded, ready to go.
Wait, did you not leave the jaw with him?
Did I leave the Jaw with him?
It's up to you. Whether or not you told him, hey, can you do additional analysis on this?
On a chain.
He gave you, a preliminary gloss over.
Nah, I brought it back.
Like we have it.
It's ours, baby. That's our Jaw.
Just frame that shit.
Yeah. Nah, in case we need to like put the puzzle piece together at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just have a dead kid's bones lying on
You
the
know,
table.
you never
as
know
you
when I need a line.
Lego him back
Line it
together.
up like a puzzle.
You can throw it in, mix it in with the soup. It'll
If
taste
the
great.
if the Jaw fits,
Christ.
put him in the soup. If the Jaw fits,
Oh.
that should be the episode name.
If the jaw
If
fits,
the Jaw fits,
then wear it.
then wear it.
So what are you guys doing?
I'll drive. We're going to the address.
Shotgun.
That's a good call. I go grab the shotgun.
Oh, yeah?
Sign it out.
Okay.
Put it in the back.
Gotcha.
Good call.
We don't need the shotgun, but I'll bring the shotgun.
Sure. Making your guys' way there. Streets are turning, and it's about 1 o'clock in the morning at this point. Probably put it at like 1:15. Making your way there, you arrive at your destination. It's a single-story house that's across from some woods. There's no nearby neighbors. So whoever reported this must have been out of their way to come to this spot. Well, I shouldn't phrase it like that. It's not like there's no neighbors, but the closest neighbor is probably like a 2 or 3 minute walk. There's overgrown grass in the front, and the windows that you can see from this street have the curtains drawn. In the driveway, you see this older Ford pickup truck. The driver's side door is open. You guys all took the same car or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Mhm.
Okay. How far away do you park and what do you do?
There's a house. It's a house.
It's a single-story house.
I just pull up right behind the car, to be honest.
Is it a long driveway?
Not particularly. It looks like a regular house, but the way that it's positioned is that there's no neighbors on like either side or across the street. It's across from some denser woods.
Who reported this? Did we get their name, or did they choose not to?
You haven't gotten a report yet.
Okay.
Detective Hoyt requested, that preliminary, whoever the officer was who got the statement on it, but you guys haven't gotten that information yet. You haven't looked for it, so you're not sure who originally reported this.
And there was an officer that came out to this location?
That is what you were told.
I would have liked to take this. We're taking the cop car, so we got the radio, right?
Yep.
All right. It's not the personal.
Weird question. Why would this have came across the desk of homicide?
Roll human intelligence. Or law.
I'm gonna roll human it. $44 on a 50.
Critical success. Longo was keeping his eye out for RJs.
Okay.
Probably across the entire department.
Cool.
Yeah, it was. The question was more if the guy came out here and then he noticed something while the officer was here.
We pulling up?
Directly behind the car?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
boom. Car's off. We're stopped.
Park the car. What are you doing?
We gotta clear this house.
Yeah, I think
I get out of the car.
a
Okay.
little bit on edge. I'm keeping my hand close to that gun.
Yeah, I know. I have my gun out. I'm like this.
Okay.
I don't want to. Well, I'm gonna take my gun with me, but I'm gonna take photographs the whole time.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna get out. I'm gonna start with the car, but I just want to preemptively say I want to linger around outside, if not go back into the police car and monitor to see if anyone's going to approach the property while they go to investigate.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out that you're keeping alertness. Who has the intention of entering the house?
I was first
I
going to
was
go for
gonna
the car.
check the car, yeah.
All right. I will say that the idea of entering the house, you have no warrant.
Yeah.
Unless the door is open or anything like that. If you enter and find evidence, it is inadmissible in court.
Isn't the door open?
The car door is open.
Oh. Okay.
So, you guys all jump out. Ray's kind of keeping watch, also actively taking photographs throughout this entire procedure. You said you're looking at the car, Jerry.
I'm gonna walk up to the
Caleb.
front door, yeah.
You're going to the front door of the
car.
Okay, yeah, and it's open. Caleb,
Yeah, I want to look in the car. Back seat maybe, in the bed.
Sarge.
While they're just checking the car, I'm just gonna chill towards the back of my car
Okay.
and like situate myself. I know where the shotgun's at. It's in the back.
Okay.
Gonna start reaching for the shotgun.
Both of you guys roll search. And this whole situation feels a little strange, I will say.
Big time. 57 on a 60.
2 on a 40.
Both successes. The door's open. The floor mats are wet. You look in. The key is in the ignition. The car is off. But the key is in the, on position. This would lead you to believe that the battery is dead. The car has been on for a decent amount of time. There's a duffel bag that's on the back seat. Some change in the cup holder. Ashtray stuffed with cigarette butts. Anything else you guys look at in this car? Anything you're looking for in particular?
The car is in park, correct?
Correct.
Every compartment there is. Anything. Is there any rips in this car? Anything?
What are you doing?
And does it look like the car was at a state of being parked, or did it look like it was maybe backed up a little bit out of the driveway?
No, it looks like it is in a state of being parked.
Mhm.
Because the way this driveway is that there's like a flat top and then it kind of curves down back onto the road. Looks like this car is parked in its original spot.
Has it rained in the past couple of days?
It snowed.
I didn't search. Because it's open, I'm taking photos. Do I kind of see what they're seeing as
Yes.
well? Okay. Do I recall if it has rained in the past 2 days?
Snowed.
It has snowed.
Yes. There was a light dusting of snow on New Year's Eve, and, throughout it has been fairly...
Now, upon taking pictures, so the driver's side door is open. Are all the floor mats wet?
No, the front floor mat is wet.
Okay.
Driver side and passenger?
Driver's side only.
Is the seat wet?
Yes.
I feel it. Is
I-
it cold?
Yes. And like I mentioned, key in the ignition, in the on position, car is off.
Is that window fully up?
No, it is down all the way.
How about the other window?
It's up.
Okay, so just one window down.
Yep.
This is just a 2-door truck?
No, this would be a 4-door truck.
Okay.
Snow just came in through the window.
Yeah.
Or the open door?
Can I check the duffel bag in the back?
Kind of step in, lean back, grab the duffel bag. You open it.
Mm.
Looks like there's a change of clothes, thermal shirt, jeans, socks, a wad of money. Map of Southeast Minnesota that's still in the plastic wrap. Looks like he bought it and didn't open it.
Take the duffel bag, put it in the cop car.
Nothing in the bed of this truck?
No. Of note, not only nothing, but it doesn't look like anything's been in here recently. There's no scratch marks in the bed. There's no, debris or, sawdust or anything like that.
Jared, did you say you pulled the key out of the car?
I didn't.
Okay, I want to pull the key out of the car and just
Okay.
hang on to it for
Yep.
now.
I want to put the bag in the car, in
Mhm.
our car.
Yep.
And can I go and peek in some windows with a flashlight?
Yeah. Roll search.
Can I help him?
Yep.
25 on a 60.
38 on a 45.
Looking in through the windows, you get one little crack where the edge of the curtain kind of is over to the side and you can see in. Looks like a undisturbed house. Nothing alarming or of note.
Can I find a window where it looks like there's a bedroom, maybe?
You make your way towards where you believe the bedroom probably would be, and those curtains are drawn.
Can't see nothing.
Nope.
No doors are open?
You go up to the door.
Yeah.
Door's closed.
As I'm walking around every window,
Front and back door are closed.
I just want to see if they can open any window or door. If they can, I'm not going to jump in, but I just want to know.
All the windows are locked, and the front and back door are locked. Caleb,
Is there
what are
a
you
shed
doing?
or anything?
No. The backyard is also overgrown, much like the front yard was. There's no shed.
Is there any indication on the outside of the house that there is a basement?
Such as like Bilko doors or anything like that? Cellar doors?
The little windows,
Doesn't seem like there are.
Okay.
Not immediate signs of a basement.
Checking there's no problem with any of these tires, right?
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Is the hood popped on this car?
No, it is not.
Can I pop the hood?
Yeah.
Open it up. Can I call Jerry over?
Jerry?
So,
You, have expertise in this?
yeah, something like that. Background.
Can I open up the engine, the hood of the car? Do you see anything out of sorts?
Roll drive, or if you have mechanics or anything like that. You have any applicable skills?
Mhm.
What are you going to roll?
Drive.
Can I help out on that with heavy machinery? Are we not going to, how big is this truck? What are we talking?
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 82 on a 50.
I'll let you roll heavy machinery since it's not drive.
Is this a big truck?
Not really.
We said it's 4-door.
It's not like an extended cab.
It's not that heavy.
Come on, this guy ain't rolling. Whew, 57 on a 60.
Let's go.
Yeah, you get the sense that everything seems to be in order. It's not like any wires have been cut or anything like that, or, anything was put in incorrectly or anything like that.
That was the basis of my search was, did somebody come out here fuck with this car so he would start his car and then have to get out and
No, it
look
does
at
not
That
seem
was
to be
my-
that way.
Can I take another look in the inside of the car, please?
Yeah, what do
Can
you
I
look
specifically look for? Is there possibly any grain on the ground?
Okay. You make your way through. You guys are doing a top to bottom search of this whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your way through. You open up all the doors.
A magnifying glass.
Do you guys set up like standing lights or anything that you had in the police car?
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Doing
Why
like a
the
whole
fuck?
thing, like
Yeah, let's
just
go
taking the
crazy
time
with
to
this
do it?
shit.
Any way I could check for tire tracks that aren't ours or this truck's?
Yeah, roll search. You guys set up your analysis equipment and begin looking through this car top to bottom.
Oh, 99 on a 40.
No, you don't see any tire marks that are not your own.
Are there any
Okay.
human prints?
Footprints?
Yeah.
Gonna carry over his search. Nope.
No.
Human prints.
You guys take the time, probably about 30 minutes, to search this truck top to bottom. There's a moment where you're in the back seat and you kind of look down at the floor mats in the back seat, and you like reach under and like lift your hand up, and you feel something. Grab onto it, pull your hand out. In the palm of your hand, you see a collection of grain.
No.
You're bullshitting.
I got grain. Boys,
How much fucking
And if you
can I
take
put
some
a bunch in like a bag right now?
Yeah, and if you take some time to like clear out all of it, it's not a lot, but it is a scattering, smaller pile of what looks like, that you've noticed before from the previous sack, barley.
Grain.
Is it apparent that like maybe he was pulling the sack out, some spilled out, or is this like
That seems to be the idea, yeah. As if there was a sack here and a little bit spilled out, and maybe he cleaned up what fell out, but some got stuck under the seat. There is something else of note.
What's up?
At one point during the investigation of this truck, you kind of pulled down the sun visor. On the passenger side, pulled down the sun visor. On the driver's side, and something falls, and you look down real quick to see what it was, and it landed right on the seat.
What is it?
A small key.
Can I take it?
Looks like it's for a padlock. If you kind of put it in your hand and look around, there's a tag attached to it.
Tag say anything?
It does.
Okay.
Quick Store. Quickstore 174.
Nothing else?
I mean, you guys get the sense that you go through this truck, you take a decent amount of time to look at it top to bottom. Whatever the story is here is yours to extrapolate. As far as hard evidence goes, there's not a lot here.
I want to go out back and see if there's anything he's growing.
Roll search.
45 on a 45.
It seems like the lawn out back is overgrown, but it doesn't look like he's purposefully farming or growing anything.
Okay. Any sign of animals? Pets? Anything? Deer?
Carrying over that check? No. This backyard is backed up to another backyard,
Yeah.
but it's like a decent ways away. Almost like there's Like, imagine one of those stretches of land that have the, like, the electrical towers that go between, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, the nearest neighbors, maybe, like, 70 yards.
Was that sack of grain, was it, that we found in the car, was it sealed tight?
No. I'd imagine it was just got a rope string around it and you can just open
Yep.
it all up.
Yeah.
Assuming that this was the one and only transaction of grain that Bobby
there
Tillman...
was probably a bunch of them.
I'm trying to think. Who
Same
was the
place
end user of the
implies
grain?
There was more than one time.
Seems like dumbass was giving grain to Bobby. Some spilled out as he was handing it over.
But that leads us down to why would Bobby need grain?
It's got to be going to somebody else.
Also, the question is, why not money? So you can buy grain or anything else. Why specifically grain for this?
Well, maybe someone, could be 2, 3, 4 people down the line, has a way of, I don't know about stealing, but getting this grain for free. It's untraceable. Money can be tracked. It might be difficult, but it's easier to track than a sack of unmarked grain.
We start marking grain.
Oh my
Little
god.
tick marks.
Bag of A.
Listen, I think we gotta figure out if this is 100% this Ronald guy lives here. We gotta see if we can get a warrant.
That's right.
Shouldn't
we
be
do.
too hard at this point, right?
Does it look like, I mean, where this driveway is it open or is it kind of wooded on the sides of this driveway?
It's wooded on the right side.
Is there any, like, place a body would be dragged?
Doesn't seem like it, no.
There's no, like,
How close are
indentation
we-
of something?
No.
Okay.
How close are we to the river?
We're like other side of town.
Yeah, we're pretty, we're...
Not even close
Show
to
you.
the trailer park?
Can I check
Right
the
there.
back of the truck? I know in the actual truck under the floor mats there was grain. Are there remnants of grain in the bed of the truck?
No, I mean, I already
It was
mentioned
clean.
Oh,
Like-
nothing.
noticeably clean.
This guy's been, he was reported missing, right, as well?
No.
Or, like, no one knows where he is, right?
Nobody really asked.
Okay.
It's
It
only
was
the
just
car.
the neighbor saw, I'm guessing, so I'm assuming the way it worked was the neighbor saw 2 days ago there was a car with an open door in the driveway. Then he came back 2 days later and it's still the same, and that's when he called.
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously the house is in his name. When we were doing our search, if we found a registration, insurance, was that in the glove box? Anything like that?
I didn't consider that. Yeah, you would have found a registration in the
Was
glove
that
box.
to his name as
yes,
well?
Ronald
Okay.
Jordan Quinnen.
So this
Get an address?
This
And the
is
address is this
This
address,
is his vehicle
4440.
at his house. Okay.
Yes.
What year was the car registered?
Or maybe
The
he
car
just
was
heard about-
registered in 1969.
69.
Hey. Can I walk up to the door of the house?
Yes,
Is it locked?
it is.
I want to go back to the car and I want to get on the radio and tell Lieutenant what's going on.
What do you say?
Hey, Lieutenant. Oh, wait, wrong accent. Sorry about that. Let me switch it up. Hey, Lieutenant. This is fucking Sergeant McNeil. Hey, Lieutenant. This is Sergeant McNeil. How you doing? How are you? How's your day going? How's your night going? You all right, Roy? Sorry, I'm having a bit of identity crisis. Lieutenant, we inspected the car. Door was wide open, and registration was in there for R.J. Quinnen. And this house we're at now, this home, this is definitely his address. How long do you think it could take to get us a warrant to investigate the house?
It's quiet on the other end for a while. You tell me what I tell the judge to get this warrant.
It's a long story, but I'll say it. The judge needs to know. I understand they need it to be definite. They want it to be definite. The judge needs to know Bobby Tillman is affiliated with this RJ. We have proof of messaging from RJ to Bobby. When we searched his apartment, we found a 55-pound sack of unmarked grain in this apartment owner Bobby Tillman's truck. We just found remnants of grain in this RJ's truck as well. Same type of grain. Somewhat general grain, but it is down to the T. And on top of that, we have proof that they've communicated. We have this, it's not necessarily proof actually, but we have an RJ and it's suspicion enough. Now this man's missing. His car's been sitting here for God knows how long. Car door wide open. I think we have reason to get in this house.
You get me guaranteed proof of connection between Bobby Tillman and Ronald Jordan Quinton, and we can get rolling. Because all we got is Bobby Tillman to an RJ, and an RJ to here. That grain, come on. I come to a judge and tell him that. Roy, what am I supposed to tell him?
There's nothing you can do for me.
I'm trying here, and I'm telling you what you can do for me to make what I can do for you easier. Get me more, and I can get you a warrant. But at this point, it's embarrassing to go to a judge and say this. And you know it.
Would we be allowed to search the premises just based on a missing person? Trying to find a reportedly missing person?
Do you say that like over
No.
Roy's shoulder?
No, I'm gonna say it to Roy.
Can I check? How do I know that?
Roll law.
23 on a 50.
He hasn't been reported missing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna report him missing.
Let's. Okay. Yeah. Let's just.
Lieutenant, we have reason to report him missing now. That'll get us moving forward.
You don't know if he went somewhere or if he's out and about or if he went down the street to get a fucking gallon of milk, Roy.
2 days, Lieutenant? Man's car's been wide open. There's water.
That's
in his car.
one eyewitness saying that he saw a car. We haven't even interrogated this eyewitness. We don't know anything about them. It's not enough. And it's not our place as police to report people missing because it fits our fucking case. Play it by the rules.
Copy that.
Put the walkie-talkie away.
Did we hear all that?
Yeah.
What if we found something else here? What if we broke in?
We're not breaking in.
Why not?
Can't break in. We would look terrible. We'd get off this case, first of all. They'd send it to day shift.
We find something. We say that we found it in the car, and then we get a warrant, and it all looks clean. It looks clean.
It's not right.
What isn't right is that what these people are doing to children.
We got some leads to work on. We got some photos. I think we can wrap it up here. Get the day shift to come out. Do a little more investigating when there's some sunlight around the property. Clearly we have some acres to investigate. We don't know where this man fled to upon leaving his vehicle. But I do believe you also found a key.
Right now.
Did you not?
I did find a key. It has nothing to do with this place, but we'll figure it out when we get back to the office.
Well, lead's a lead. Let's follow
You're
it.
right.
We can also get... And Roy just stops talking and walks back over to the fucking car.
Lieutenant, that report you got about this car. Do you copy?
Copy.
You get a name to whoever made that report?
Lily David.
You got an address for that Lily David?
Officer Pierce has a written report. He's finishing it up now.
Did Ray turn anything up from, I know when we first got here saying that he wanted to kind of scope out the scene, see if anybody was looking at us?
Yeah, I want to periodically go down into the street and, look,
up and down the
hard.
street. Yeah.
Who's, we took out our lights, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're making a scene.
It's been a decent amount of time, and like I mentioned, there's not nearby neighbors or anything like that. You don't really notice much of anything. If you want to roll alertness for me, go ahead.
I want to.
No, go ahead.
I'm almost, I don't want to say paranoid, but like, if like one car passed.
On edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray would be like, who the fuck was that?
Go ahead.
30 on a 60.
30 on a 60. No, you don't notice any cars go by or people walk by or anything like that.
Guys want to wrap it up?
It's good with me.
Come back tomorrow, maybe with a warrant.
Hopefully.
Now
I
kiss.
make out with Ray.
Closing up the lights. What are you guys doing with the car?
I keep the key.
Okay.
Do we drive that back? Is that what we would
The
do?
battery's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Just leave it.
Leave it.
Oh, did we even try to start it?
Lock it up.
No,
Lock it up.
didn't
We have the
try
key.
it. We didn't turn it.
We'll take the key.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
keep it.
Leave it. Lock it up.
Yeah.
We'll come back tomorrow and get it.
Back to the station.
Yep.
And the other thing that I was thinking is one window's down in the truck. I could have been smoking. But maybe he saw somebody, rolled his window down to talk.
And then fled.
Somebody might have grabbed him.
Someone could have grabbed him.
Listen, if we're theory crafting, our informant told us that loose ends usually get tied up in these rings. And, well, from the looks of the grain y'all found in the back seat, it looks like this here might have been another loose end, but I'm just talking out my ass if we're talking to the lieutenant, I guess.
Maybe we're looking at the wrong side of this. Maybe it's somebody that's on our side. One pedophile dead, another missing. Could be somebody coming after these guys that hurt them.
Back to the station.
Yeah.
Back in your police cruiser, arguably with more questions than answers. The night of Linwood Falls envelops you as the pedal touches the metal, and we pick up next session.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Alright.
Damn.
I think that might have been our most productive.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Solid.
Thanks for listening to this episode of LFVCU, a Nasty Table production.